So,
Me, me,
welcome
me, me, me,
back
me.
to was this the fourth episode of Coopsy Conversations. Today, not tonight for some strange reason, I'm joined by.
It's me. It's Benjo. It's Ben. I'm a guy. I play VR. Play other games.
Okay, that's
Known,
cool.
known, known friend of the people.
Known friend of the people. All right.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, my full title.
Okay. So let's just start with a little bit of basic info for people that maybe don't know who you are. What are you doing right
Absolutely,
now?
man.
What's up?
Well, my name's Ben. I'm a friend of your boy Bovis, who was on 2 episodes ago, I believe. Is that right?
Uh,
Second episode.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm in uni at the moment. Well, I'm on a uni course in college. It's the same deal. Doing cybersecurity. It's the most boring thing in the world, if you ask me. But I think you're on an accountancy course, so I'm sure you could protest that.
Me?
Yeah, dude. Good
No,
on you.
I'm not doing accountancy.
Oh shit, no,
No.
you're philosophy. You're like philosophy, aren't you? I forget
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, never mind. That's actually interesting. I take it back. It's Joel who's on accountancy, and is it Mag as well, or is it someone else? Zach?
So Mag is doing music.
Oh, dude, I fucking don't know a thing about you guys. Shit. Not informed. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry. But no, philosophy sounds cool. Yeah, I play games. I'm currently working as a part-time electrician and also a restaurant worker, like just waiter at a buffet. It's a whole bunch of stuff in the
Okay.
UK. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm not the most interesting guest to have had on. I'm not lying to you, my friend.
Ah,
Trying to
dude,
think of
don't put
some
yourself
off the
down.
off the cum. Dude, I'm getting some off the cuff info and I can't think of any. Anything you'd like to know? That might help me out.
Yeah. How did you land a part-time job as an electrician? How does that happen?
Oh, my stepdad does security work, so I come along with some of the bigger jobs. Like we've been to this one printing place like a million and one
Okay.
times, and they just keep changing things over. So I do stuff like installing power sockets, changing like the lights, like they have like big panel lights.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Ethernet ports, like telephone ports for the walls and shit. We've done a door lock before, which is like one of the ID ones. That one's a bit more complicated, but once you get started, very nice. Cameras, it's just tons of shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
That sounds
just got through
sick.
from my stepdad.
That genuinely
It's
sounds
fine,
really
honestly. It's
cool.
quite interesting. It is interesting with certain things, but it's just like techie work. Nothing in particular special
Mm-hmm.
about it. A lot of fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of not fun.
Yeah, the main reason why I ask
Yeah,
about it is because I thought it'd be cool to do something like that part time, but I don't know,
Mm.
I don't have anyone that I can do it with, so I can't
Ah,
because
fair.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
trained, you know.
Mine's not like an official thing, but like
Yeah,
I think I count as an actual employee. I get actual paychecks now. Like we're supposed to begin with.
nice, getting paid, Pog.
So, oh yeah, always got paid. No worries, no worries. Just get paid more often now. I'm on for a few more jobs. But lately with Eat Out a Hell, I mentioned to you on a stream once
Yeah, you
that
did.
that thing has been chock a block at work. Like we have been in all the time. The only reason I'm here now is because I got let off early. We've extended it to the end of this month for half off, like
Oh
all the
my
food and on like
god.
lunch and dinner like buffets, so day and night on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Hmm.
So you can imagine how many people we had in. I think people haven't realized it's continued yet, but once they do, we're gonna have it filled back up to the top, and it's gonna be crazy. That's why I'm thankful that I'm in the weekend this week. People don't tend to come in too much during quarantine.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just too weird for them, I think, because sorry, we're a buffet, so obviously people are used to going over and getting their own stuff and just
oh,
asking for drinks and just having the place take away. But you can't do that at the moment. Even if they're wearing a mask, they can't actually touch the food. We have to get it for them and let them point out what they want, or like they can fill out a little form.
hmm.
So no one's used to it because it's table service. Like you have like tons of like people backed up and waiting for the food because we haven't done table service at all during the 27 years it's been open because it's always been a buffet.
Is
So
it
it's a big shake for us, and the customers don't understand it.
what kind of buffet?
Oh, it's Chinese,
Yeah, okay.
Chinese
I
and
thought so,
a few Thai things. I think it's nice.
yeah.
Get free food there, so I can't complain.
Yeah. I always love the Chinese buffets, but that must be so weird doing table service. I think like I
Oh,
might
for
even make a
sure.
mistake, if I go in, like, you normally get up, don't you? And it's like, wait,
Dude,
sit
I actually,
down.
oh no, no, people have done that. Like I've had to be like, oh sorry, we have to bring it to you, And I'm like, oh. It's like, what do you think the menu was for? We gave that to you. There has been a few cases so far, but I've only really been in a week since we started doing that, so
Okay.
it's not been too much of a problem for me.
Yeah. How long have you been there
I
for?
think, over a year now, but
Okay.
like I would have started early 2019, I think, is possibly late 2018. I think 2019, I'm gonna say. But yeah, I've been in there for a while, and this is again the first time I've had to actually do table service. It's a bit of a alien concept for it.
Mm.
One thing I will say though, actually two things about it. Going back to work, which is nice. Um, I'm planning things ahead. I'm not free all the time like I am during quarantine. I'm like, oh, I can actually like choose to do things on this day, so it makes me want to do things like that. So like, I don't know about everyone else, but during quarantine, I know you've had your Twitch on, so you've had something to do quite often. But for myself, I'm just playing games and then watching TV. But then like a big area of the day is just spent doing nothing or thinking of something to do. But if I'm busy all the time, I know what I want to do on the days that I'm off. I think that's nice, just having a bit of order in your life again. Because quarantine, like, it's been well over 4 months now, hasn't it?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy. Like, it's such a weird lifestyle change because like already I wasn't like going out loads, but it was like, significantly more than I have been.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something there's something different about not going out and then not being allowed out.
I 100% agree.
It feels so different. Like just being like, oh, I wish I could do this, but guess not because we're in quarantine.
Mm.
Like you understand why you're here, but it just bugged me a little bit. I forgot the other thing was I had two things to talk about there about my job. I zoned out. I guess I quite like having went in, seen all my co-workers. There's like four of them I would have saw normally because they're my mates anyway. That's how I got into that job. But then like there's everyone else who's there, I wouldn't see them at all. So it's nice coming in to see them. Seeing everyone now, it's pretty chill.
Yeah. One thing that has been, I think I've mentioned this on the show before, but one thing that, because you mentioned how different it feels once it's not that you don't want to go out, but you're not allowed to
Yeah.
go out, is clubs. Because I like clubs, but I've never
Oh,
been
for sure.
like
Yeah.
super massive on them, right? But considering like, because I think that's the only thing still closed, would I be right in saying?
I think there's some open, but it sounds absolutely shit because apparently you have to sit in for it.
Yeah, so
Like you don't
you know
like you
Revs?
don't actually go dancing. Does he go by any other name or do I just not know this guy?
Revolution. The bar.
No, no, I'm sorry. Oh. No, no, I don't. But I thought you were talking about a person.
No. Anyway, you have to sit down
No,
in
no,
there.
I
It was
don't.
really weird. It's
Oh,
really
you been in
strange.
since?
Yeah, I've been into
Oh
Revs, but it's
man,
not like a club. It's kind of like a pub
was it?
Anna
Does it
club.
still have like club music on, or
Yeah, it's
did they when you went in
weird.
like just in table service? Like was it
Um,
like still like loud type of club music still?
yeah.
That just sounds so dead though. You just sat there going
And
like
there's
woo
another place which
in
is
your
like
chair.
a proper club that they've managed to open because I think it would go bust otherwise on like proper table
Ah,
service,
fair, yeah.
and it's literally like everybody's sat in booths, the normal disco lights are on,
No man.
and really loud music. Because I always think so when you're in a club, like it doesn't matter that you can't really hear what people are saying because you're there to dance, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like the advantage of a pub is you can't dance, but you can actually hear what people are saying and drink at the same time. Whereas a club that you sit down in, you're sat there, you can't
No.
really express yourself because you can't like physically because you can't dance, and you can't. I mean, for me anyway, you can't hear what anyone's saying because I mean I think I'm going a bit deaf anyway. So you just kind of sat there like, what? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
there's
And then for the most
definitely
of the time, you sat like this. This is
oh,
this
that's
is really
shit.
fun.
If they're gonna have it like sitting down, like no actual dance floor stuff, because obviously you can't get too close to people, I guess.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna do that, just make it in like tone it down, make it into a pub for the time that you're in quarantine. Just
Right.
don't bother with the club aspect if you can't do any of the club things.
That's what I would do.
It just
I
feels
agree.
it feels a bit forced if you're saying like you don't just go in. The disco lights are on. It's dark. Like strobe lights going on. It's just loud as out. Then you're sat at a
Yeah.
table doing nothing. It doesn't
Literally.
sound right.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like I can't
Um,
imagine ordering. Do you still go to the bar, or it's the table which they have to actually order when you sat down as well?
so they come to the table, but you can get up to the bar.
Ah, that's alright.
Have you been
Because
in
if it was full table
Spoons
service, I
since
wouldn't.
quarantine?
Not since no. Ours has been redone, so I've not been in.
Oh fuck.
Like we've been
Okay.
like refurbishing. That's the word. They want like like a top deck on like they want the roof like a little beer
Ooh,
garden,
that
and
sounds nice.
I've seen no progress on that happening, but I think
Ah.
we're gonna at some point. They're actually taking out the dance floor in our one, which is kind of sad.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just completely binning it. Just getting it out and put more tables in. It's a shame.
Hmm.
Yeah, no. Spoon's been crazy apparently for the what do you call it? The eat out or help out, because that like
Hmm.
I think my sister went in to the Durham one. I forget the name of the Durham one, but went in and it was two meals that her and her boyfriend got. Three drinks each, and then like I think maybe a dessert. I don't remember, but it came to like £12 total for all that.
Wow, man, that's
It's absolutely
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like it would have been £6 alone for like drinks if you're getting something cheap.
for
Like
sure.
if you went normally, but like
Mhm.
that's just halved off. Crazy.
Yeah, we went into Wagga's the other day, and on the eat out to help out, and that was nice.
I went to Wagamama's, but not during the eat out to help out days. I forgot it was on.
Fuck.
That is a shame. You know the worst bit is I had like a really subpar meal as well. I was gonna get something that I liked, but I was like, you know what, that sounds good. I'll get that. It was firecracker prawns, something like that, and I wasn't feeling it.
Oh my god.
I had like a total of six prawns in it, which were like spicy, and I like spice.
Hmm.
But then like once they were gone, there was no substance other than the chili peppers, and like it's like wow, I guess I'll just eat full chili peppers then. I wasn't a fan, but at least I tried. Like I went with my sister once again. She always gets the exact same meal, katsu chicken, which it's nice, but every time,
Hmm.
and
It's literally Mag.
I can't be dealing with that. Like why? It's like variation, just
Uh
go in,
huh.
just don't get the same thing every time.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I can't even be doing that with takeaway. I try to get like different things each time until like I've run out, then I just rotate through the menu, go back from the top.
One thing I keep going back to is KFC. Do you get KFC on takeaway?
Oh, dude. We don't have it on takeaway, which is devastating, but there's one fairly nearby.
Uh huh.
It's worth a drive down
I
for
love
like
it, man. Mm.
oh my god, yeah.
Wait, can you drive?
No, no, I just I get lifts down. If I was desperate, I'd get a bus down, but don't
Take
have
me to
to.
KFC, mom.
Mum. No, no. I started my driving lessons, but then quarantine came around, and not ideal for that.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that
I only
sucks.
got like six lessons through, and that's like learning like your T junctions and shit,
Hmm.
and didn't get a chance to go into the full on road, just like some quiet estates.
Yeah.
So
I,
I probably don't remember how to do it now. Honestly, it's a shame. I need to go back out.
I mean, I failed my test, so.
Fair, fair. More experience than me, I guess. I've not had a test yet.
Yeah,
I'm considering just motorbike instead.
they're cool. I had
Consi-
a moped, the little 16
yeah,
ones. Yeah, I had one of those for a while.
you can get bigger engines for those ones, and people don't like they still pass checks. So
What?
it's
Man.
it's something to consider. You can get they all come with like a particular like model, like certain horsepower. I forgot it is like maybe
Hmm.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can get one that's like 2 to 3 times as good, and it still like passes checks, so you can like have a near motorbike moped, which is nice. Because they get a bit more storage on them, don't they? Like you can have like more room toward the back or whatever you want to put on, rather than motorbikes a bit more streamlined. You can get the carry cases, but
Yeah.
it's not like a boot or anything.
One thing I saw recently, like talking about motorbikes, was I think it was either an ad or like a recommended YouTube video. You've seen Tron, right?
Yeah.
So there's this company that designed like motorbike helmets like Tron, and they have like the
Oh,
glowing
cool.
like blue LEDs. They look sick. They're actually so cool.
Nice.
So I definitely
That's
get like
cool.
a Tron themed bike or something with a helmet.
I guarantee there's some way you can buy an actual Tron bike.
There has to be.
That shit does not look like it would work properly. The wheels are massive on those.
I don't know. I
They're
want
cool
one.
though.
You know? Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
sick.
I'll tell you what. We were talking about movie bikes. The Bat Cycle, whatever it's called, from Dark Knight. Is it Rises? Nah, it's not Rises. Oh shit, no, it is. It is Rises. Batman's got a cool ass motorbike in that, and in the first Dark Knight as well.
Hmm.
That shit's cool. It's got like the tumble wheels, so you can go sideways on it, like fucking drift or
Oh my
strafe.
god,
That
that'd be
that that shit
sick.
is like obviously not allowed, but looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
Maybe I do switch to a bike then. I
I was
mean,
gonna say I would guarantee get a bike if I could have a Tron one or a fucking bat like a bat cycle.
yeah, I don't know. Like, this isn't like the main reason why I haven't got it, but my mum's always like, "Don't get a bike, it's
Ah,
dangerous." Oh
yeah.
my god, I'm
You
gonna
know, that's
worry
the weird
about
thing. My
you.
mum's all for it. My mum's all for it because my stepdad gets has like two bikes, but then my sister is the one who's like, Ben, nah, no,
Don't do
no
it.
driving, no bikes, no. And I'm like, I want it a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
Closest I've been to a bike is I've rode a jet ski before, but it's a lot less dangerous when you're in a. It was in Scotland, so I was in like a loch, so a lot less things to crash into when you're on just straight water.
Jet skis are sick, man.
They are fucking cool. Yeah, big fan.
I'd love to do it again, but that kind of shit breaks the bank. So,
Yeah, we don't have one anymore. We had it for like I've been on it twice, like once in the Newcastle fucking river, which is manky as shit. But as long as you don't fall in, it's all right.
I didn't even know
And
Newcastle
then
had a
the other
river,
one
to
was
be honest.
well, is it Newcastle? It might not be Newcastle, honestly.
I've never
Shit, I don't
been,
remember
so.
which river it was, honestly. I'm fairly sure it was Newcastle River. Tyne goes through that, doesn't it? I don't remember. Newcastle Pond. Yeah, it does. So we went through the Tyne River.
Okay.
That was cool, but like obviously it was like brown, so like I'm not going in there. I'm not gonna fall in, guaranteed.
Yeah.
It was cool though. I wish we could go back and have another go, but we don't have it anymore.
Hmm.
I'm sure there's a place you could rent them out or anything like that. To be fair though.
Yeah, there should be. I mean, again, like I doubt you're gonna be able to do it now because of like Corona and shit.
No, during quarantine I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Have you seen those not automated but kind of like assisted surfboards you can get, which like pump
No.
water through them, so you can kind of like glide along the water rather than like you don't need a wave for
What?
it.
That
Yeah,
sounds
they like
amazing.
so you've got the board, and obviously you just use it like normal, but when you want to like go a bit faster, you can just like pump your feet up and down a bit, like you're getting ready to like do an ollie on a skateboard,
Mm-hmm.
and it just kind of pumps the water through a little bit, or like or maybe moves the motor. I'm not sure how they work, but it just kind of like propels you a bit further forward. Looks really cool.
That sounds awesome,
There's a
actually. That
there's
sounds
a
so
fairly popular
sick.
picture of Mark Zuckerberg doing that. You might have seen. He's got like he had like some uh sunscreen on his
Mm-hmm.
entire face, just so he didn't get like sunburn 'cause he's white as fuck. But like he put on like maybe an inch. It looked like he used like a trowel to put it on.
Oh my.
Like he just layered that shit on, and like there's a picture of him doing it, and from like a mile away, it looks like he's got like one of those like kind of massage face masks on. It's insane. He definitely didn't get sunburned, though, I'll tell you that.
Bro, what is it? People think he's a lizard? Is that it? Is
People
that a
think he's
thing?
either a robot or a lizard person,
Yeah,
and I
that's why he's
fully
gotta wear so
support it.
much.
Everything I've seen him on, it's just so funny. He has like a little it's like a little grilling live show where he goes out, gets his friends, and they grill like just outside his house. It is in his back garden, and that's the entire thing. And the entire time he's doing it, rather than like saying anything substantial, he just talks about how he's grilling things for like an entire 2 to 3 hours.
What the really?
It just
I've
it
never
seems
heard
like
of this.
I don't know what it's called, but I don't know if it's like a regular thing or if he just did it like once. But I saw
Hmm.
that and it was actually just ridiculous. He just got like different like steaks and stuff and put it in his barbecue. He's like, oh, we're just putting some steaks in the barbecue. We got this in the barbecue. We're gonna put some more of this on the barbecue. And it's like, bro, he was like steaming them or some shit. Like he just went into detail about everything he was doing. But
Uh-huh.
then nothing else about him or his friends. He just saying like, "Oh, there's a few of my friends here eating the barbecue." It doesn't seem like an actual thing someone would say, and that's why people are so confused
He's
about
literally
them.
been programmed, yeah.
He always looks like he's wearing someone else's skin when he's like a press conference. He looks so uncomfortable at all times. He's always so sweaty. It's so strange.
Yeah, I watched
What a bizarre man.
I think did he like testify in front of Congress? I think I watched like a meme version of that.
That's one of the ones I think
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
that he looked like actually just wrong in the entire conference. He just seemed he didn't seem like he was a natural human.
So socially
I love
awkward,
him.
man.
It's so
Yeah.
so strange. To be fair, once you've got that much money, and especially from doing nerd shit, because you know he built Facebook like in a garage or some shit, he put it together at university.
Yeah.
So especially when you've not got like much of a social life to begin with, and then when straight into that, I feel like it's a weird thing to get into, like just being given like loads of money,
Mm.
and then boom, you and your close friends can do this. You can meet some new people, but they're going to be wanting your business, so you want to get some close friends. But they're all they're all fucking nerds like yourself.
Mm.
And then like he doesn't know how to act in like a usual situation. Cause I think he's too like
Yeah.
I think one, he's got to watch what he's saying, and he's got to think about that all the time. There's a lot of stress.
True.
But two, he just doesn't. I don't think he's been like in a like that many situations where he's had to do that. He's just had someone else take care of it for him.
So this
Definitely weird.
one thing that I've thought about, like not necessarily just for Mark Zuckerberg, but for anybody that like, okay, let's say you get rich like really quickly and like you win the lottery.
Mm.
I was thinking about this the other day. I can't remember how this came up in my head, but I was thinking about it. I don't think I'd be able to trust anyone that I make friends with after I get all of that money.
No, that's very true.
I feel like it'd be
I
so
think
hard, you know?
if I came into any sort of money from like Gardner, like that type of thing, I don't know how I'd get that much money, but like I'd go the way like do you know Keanu Reeves?
I
I
do.
mean, you know, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
So yeah, obviously. He lives in like a one person flat in New York, which you know it costs a lot to get like a house in New York, but it's not
Sure.
like extravagant. He's not got like a big mansion or anything like that, like a lot of movie stars do. Like not like a nice little what would you call it? Not like a nice modern kind of like cliff house with all like the all white decor and anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
He just lives in like a one man apartment, and he gives like a decent amount of his paycheck away to like charities and things, which is really nice. Like he does it all like almost anonymously, I think. He might actually have his own charity that he gives away to. Like he's made his entire own one, so he
Might have
knows
a
that it's all going to
foundation
like.
or something.
I think he might, yeah. But that's a nice way to do it because you know that it's all going into like the correct sources once you've given the money away. You know, there's no like middlemaning.
Mm.
But I think I would live that type of thing. Like, yeah, I wouldn't buy like a mansion or anything like that. I'd get like a nice house or maybe just like a small house for me, like maybe some other people if you wanted like mates over, because you know I think it would be like I'd definitely be giving money away to like friends and family if I was big rich, you know.
Yeah.
Or if they didn't want the money, you know, taking them out or something like that, you know, just making sure they were having fun.
Mm.
And like you wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want it all to go to my head or anything like that. So I'd try to keep like a lower profile type of way. But the problem for like Keanu is like, obviously he's a movie star, so it's hard for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But like if it was getting rich in a similar way to like Mark Zuckerberg, where like, you know you're a founder of a massive social media platform, it's a fairly okay thing to be like anonymous on. People
Yeah.
don't need to know you. So that would be a better way to do it. Like just live normally, but just have lots of money that you could like just not have to worry about paying for anything. That'd be nice.
Oh shit.
So that'd be like a. I realize now that you were talking about being able to trust people, but I think that's a way to do it. It's like try to do it as anonymously as possible. But if you got rich from like you know like online fame or like any movies or like being a creator of something like important way, but like be like an actual spokesman for it, then it becomes like quite hard. Like I'd recognize Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, anyone like that.
Yeah.
Definitely like Keanu, any movie star. But you wouldn't recognize someone like who's just like famous for creating like an app or something like that. I wouldn't say. There's definitely like there's ways to go about it, but it's getting there in the first place. That's the worry.
You don't think it's so funnily ironic that Mark Zuckerberg has absolutely no social skills whatsoever, yet he's made one of the biggest social platforms ever. I find that fact absolutely hilarious. Oh, man.
I think that is mad, to be fair.
Speaking of Facebook though, because you're also an Oculus user, right? Did you hear about the news that you're gonna have to have a Facebook
Oh,
account
dude,
for the headset?
I'm I'm not too mad about it, but it is strange. Like, cause I've already linked my Oculus with Facebook just because I couldn't be asked to make a full account anyway.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've already got it linked, so I'm not too mad about it because it doesn't really affect me too much. But it's weird that they're making you do that anyway. It's like there are you have to ask them like why like what do they need from me playing games. I understand being able to link your friends and that, but like put that as an option, make it an
Yeah.
optional thing to add friends from Facebook. I don't want it like anything being posted whilst I'm playing.
The
I
main
don't know what information they could really gather from this, but
What I
it's a
mean,
little odd.
yeah. If it's linked to your Facebook already, then your information you've already given them your information, right? The main two issues I have with it is A, they said they would never do it, like on record, and then did it anyway.
No, that is true. Yeah, I think you might mention that on when you're on stream
Yeah,
once. Yeah, they said they were not going to do it, and then like they explicitly said we won't be doing this, and then put it on anyway. So it's like they just went back on themselves.
yeah.
And I understand being mad at that. Like I'm not mad at the fact that it's like something we have to do, but the fact that they said they were not going to do it and went straight into it anyway,
Hmm. But
it's just not very trustworthy.
no, but like the second thing is as well is the fact that they're forcing the connection. So the fact that they said that they wouldn't and they are, and the fact that they're forcing like a real life connection to
You have
something
to,
which I consider as like an online thing. Like I try and keep my real life stuff and my online stuff
yeah, for sure.
separate, right? And by demanding like a Facebook connection, it's almost another link that's kind of, you know what I mean, pulling that in, and I really don't like
Yeah.
that because I value my anonymity a lot. I mean, some people
Mm.
might disagree with the amount of times that I've leaked personal shit on stream. It has been by
So
accident,
accidental.
but I value my anonymity a lot. So shit like this bothers me. Not because of
No, I agree.
necessarily that specific thing, but because
Hmm.
it's a slippery slope, right? So like if you
I
start
just don't
pushing
know
these
what they
minor
want the information
changes,
for.
I was just slide down. What do they need it for? To sell your soul to other companies.
That's
I don't know.
that's all I don't understand. Because like, what they're gonna get from Ben's now playing Beat Saber? Crazy. I don't know what they're gonna
Yeah.
gain from that. It's not like a big platform where it's like, oh, we're gonna advertise this game to you because VR games in particular, like, there's no big new ones. There just are new ones because we have so little like games for this,
Mm.
so few even. Like if a new game came out and looked good, it's like great. If you got a VR headset, you've heard of that game. You're not just like it's not like, oh, there's a new Crash Bandicoot coming out and some people don't know that because they don't always play on PlayStation. They might get it because it's a nice little bit of what's the word here, nostalgia for them.
Hmm.
But when you're playing in VR, it's all new. There's no real new game. Like there's no big new games. Just if there's a new game, it's just the new game. There's nothing special about it other than it's for VR. So you know it's on there. You don't need to advertise it to us. So you're not going to be getting any Facebook ads saying, "Oh, look at this," because you already know about it. You
Because we're
probably could
already
get
in
it already.
space. Is that what you mean?
Because well, I just mean because it's such a small.
Ah.
I'd say platform. It's like a small marketplace. It's not
Okay.
you haven't got a lot of things on there. If you had to name like a few big games for it, you'd be like, oh, Beat Saber, VRChat's popular. It's not like it's a free game to be fair, so it doesn't come into it too much. You got Blade and Sorcery, and you got like Pavlov. I can't think of too many beyond that.
Hmm.
So there's not a lot of room for advertising in that because if you want to have it like a big new VR game that you want to advertise to someone, it's either got to be like something so different that people will play it instantly. They'll be like, whoa, this is some new stuff, crazy.
Yeah.
Then they'll get that because it just looks cool. But they've already made their mind up about getting it. I don't see the need to advertise too hard beyond putting it onto the store or maybe putting a YouTube video out. So I don't know what
Mm.
they stand to gain from seeing like what games I'm playing and who my friends are on the games.
I
There's no like DLC.
I think I think the reason for them doing this is actually the other way around. They're looking to pull
How you
your
mean?
Facebook friends into VR rather than you to
Oh
buy
no, I
more
see
VR
that.
stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't considered. I
So
hadn't
by
considered that.
using
Yeah.
yeah, by using Facebook as a platform, then I don't know, you can say, "Oh, look, Ben is I mean, you should have to post this, but you know, you never know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, Ben is online in VR playing blah blah blah." And then it'll use the already existing people to kind of push VR. I think this is see, it can be good for VR because Facebook,
Mm.
without a doubt, is going to get more people into VR. By linking
That's
those
very
things
true,
together,
yeah.
like the amount of users on Facebook compared to VR is insane. Like there's probably more Facebook users than Steam, like without a doubt, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Um, and by having that massive thing to market to, I think it's less about the people that already have the VR headsets, but trying to pull
And more
people
about
from
drawing new customers
Facebook
in, yeah.
into the space. Yeah.
No, I hadn't considered that. That's a good point. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I don't mind as long as I have the choice to post anything I want to like show that I've got like I'm online and playing this game on Facebook. People don't need to know as far as like I'm concerned. But if it gives you the opportunity to do that, then it's nice.
Yeah.
The only worry is like why would they need me to put my information in for Facebook if they weren't going to do something that like was required to be on all the times, like having a status saying I'm playing this or
Hmm.
posting something whenever I go into a game, which obviously they won't do because people will be mad about that. But it's strange that they want you to be online on Facebook logged in all the time
Yeah.
rather than giving you the option to do it. And that's the only thing I'm concerned about. But as long as it is like to get my friends into playing it just by like saying like, oh, you can post this here. Why don't you post a highlight or like let people know you're playing a game? And
Hmm.
as long as I have the option to say no, I don't want to do that, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
But I just think it's a slippery slope, and I'm
yeah.
not particularly particularly happy about it. I think.
No,
Um.
I'm not happy about it. I'm just not too bothered about it either. As long as like anything that would do like any changes to your Facebook or VR games, as long
Mhm.
as you have like you have to give consent for it to happen, I think I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And we're back.
Very nice.
I need like a screen to put in the halftime thing. For now, I've just been cutting it, but I want to have like a like a
Just get an enlarged version of this, dude.
yeah. Well, I feel like if I do the video, I'll get striked.
No, no.
To be fair, I don't earn any
Oh,
money
yo,
from these because the channel's so small, so does it really matter?
that's fair. Yeah, I've seen have you seen the version of this where it's called not lo-fi beats to not chill and relax to,
I have
and
not.
it's just like it's like the lo-fi beats like kind of regular sound, but like heavy hardcore metal, and it's
Jesus
got the girl in it.
Christ.
It's got the girl in it, but she sat there with 3 cups of coffee, like a Red Bull, just biting her nails while I'm like scribbling down on paper.
I want to see that. I
I'll
definitely
send
want
it
to
to
see
you
that.
after this.
Yeah, yeah, link it.
I'll send it to you after. It's super funny.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What was next on the chopping block?
You want to ask about how I got into VR, I believe.
I did. I did want to. So, you want to briefly explain? Well, you'd have to brief. Well, there much detail that you can go into. So, what headset do you have,
There's not
Benjo?
a whole lot. I've got retail Oculus One. I've got a little poopy headset. I've
Uh,
not got I've got consumer version one, which is fine, but I've not got anything beyond that. I've just had the first one and haven't upgraded since.
Wait, so that's
My hopes
not
are
the
that the
development
index will.
kit, is it?
No, this isn't the dev kit one. I've not got the poopiest one. I've got like the second most bad one.
So this is the OG
So
Rift. Yeah.
yeah, the controls are really nice fit because like I had a Vive for like a week before I sold it to my friend instead and got my Oculus instead
Why did you
because I was
decide?
having trouble with the Bluetooth on it. So like the Vive had nicer resolution on it, but my Bluetooth wouldn't work with my Wi-Fi. But I eventually solved that, so I could actually keep the Vive in the first place. But it wasn't much of a problem. It was only like a week I spent trying to troubleshoot it.
Okay.
Do you know like those Ethernet adapters you can get, which let you use like a direct connection, but from like upstairs
Mhm.
rather than downstairs, like next to your actual router? Well, I've got one of those, and they work on a 2.4 gigahertz connection, I believe,
Okay.
and that's the same frequency that Bluetooth works on. So the connection from the base stations to the headset to the controllers also use Bluetooth, and they
Ah.
conflict, and it won't actually. So whenever you put VR on, your internet goes off. It's absolutely crazy. I didn't know why it was
What the
happening to begin with, but
fuck?
then
That is
I
mad.
googled around it. It's super weird, but that's the reason for it. If I had my headset on and the base stations were connected, you'd have to turn them off. Whereas you got no
Actually
internet, so I could only
unplayable.
play single
Holy
player
shit.
games.
Yeah.
Really, I came onto VRChat like 4 times in a row and just couldn't play. So it turns out the solution for that was just get like a 5 GHz one, so it works on faster internet.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time, so I just got an Oculus in the
Oh.
meantime anyway, which doesn't use
No.
Bluetooth at all, I'm fairly sure.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that solved that problem. But honestly, I think the controls are way nicer because whenever I go to my friend's house, I can't be bothered with the Vive ones. The touchscreen, whilst it was cool at first, like the touchpad, I'm just not a fan. Controversial opinion there, but
I'm in
yeah,
agreement
just
there.
don't like it.
I've
Yeah,
used
yeah, I like
both.
these
I much prefer the Oculus controllers. Never used an
for sure,
index
for
for
sure.
the record, but
That's true. I've not had an index, but they seem fine. They're a bit big, but like I like the idea of moving your fingers. Cool. You know,
yeah.
individually even.
I feel like the knuckles would be really cool, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
it's
I
currently
don't know how
not.
that works for certain games. Like, how do you get the menu up on it? Does it have buttons as well? I've not really in depth looked into it.
Oh, so
Cause like,
imagine like the Oculus controllers with
mhm.
like a strap and then a ring that's like
Oh,
here.
so you okay?
Instead
So
of the
you use
circle,
your
it's
phone
like
for
on the
the
side.
buttons.
Yeah, so you've still got the
I
buttons
see.
and
So
stuff. Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, then I'll definitely get one of those.
Yeah. Only
That'd
£1,000
be
or
my
something. Or
only
900
1,000.
now.
Yeah, I saw a Steam ad saying that it was £500. I was like, dude, that's a deal. Actually, I get that. As it turned out, it just meant for the headset by itself and nothing
Yeah.
else. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get that.
Oh my
It's too much
god.
for everything at once. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love one, but nah. Did you see that one thing that I think either Nama or Scope put into Discord a
Hmm.
while back? It was about putting in like focusing lenses into a new Oculus helmet. So
No?
the
What?
idea was, well, first of all, it just looked nice. So it was I think just the one wire on the back, same as the regular ones, nothing like
Sure.
the Vive where you've got free.
Yeah.
It has no head strap, so like it goes around the back of your head, not on the top of your head, so you don't get like a weird imprint in your hair. And inside it has like a set of lenses which has multiple sets of lenses behind it. I think four of them, so
Okay.
that you can combine different amounts of lenses to change your like perspective. So like if I looked at my finger,
You
it'd
can
become
zoom in.
like it. No, you're like zooming, but it would focus with my finger. Whereas now, if I look at it, it's quite like defocused because I'm looking directly at it. But I could look in a background, and the game would see where my eye is moving from like a
I
tracker
see what you mean.
inside the helmet,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd see the distance in a higher resolution than you would like seeing in the foreground here, to the background a bit better. And if I was talking to you, this sushi down here or like the entire desk might look a less focused in contrast, like it would in real life.
Mm,
Which sounds pretty cool, but it's not had a release date or a price or anything yet. So
of course.
another thing I'm just gonna wait for really until I actually, if this one breaks, I'll upgrade it. But I think until then, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
get a new one.
What would you upgrade to? Straight to the index, do you reckon, or what?
Like I said, I'll probably go for an index if I can find one at a decent price. But a
Hmm.
thousand's a lot to put away for a brand new one. Like I don't know if I'll use it. I'll use it a lot, obviously, but like once I get out of quarantine, am I gonna have that much time? I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll look for like I got this one on Facebook Marketplace, which was actually amazing because that was just like a little bit before quarantine, like a few.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than a few months. It was like yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 months before quarantine began. I got this, so I foresaw the future. Got myself a headset. And I got it off Facebook Marketplace for like 230 quid, and I was like, good deal.
Wow,
Hell
that
yeah.
is a steal.
Yeah, really cheap. So I got this, and works fine. It's nice. The resolution's a bit worse for wear, and you get a lot of black on the side, like toward like the bottom of your just the bottom of your eyes. But I don't think it's any more than you would in anything else. So obviously they can't. The way the lenses are built, they can't have it so that you don't have any black space really, unless you have like a cyclops type of thing going on where it goes all the way
Mm.
around like a movie
Just like
screen,
one straight
and
panel,
that
yeah.
defeats the point of the VR. It's just like looking at a monitor really close up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely like an index, but I don't think I'll buy a full price one. It's just too much to put away for something I'm going to use like a little bit at a time.
Hmm.
I think it's worth just getting like PC upgrades at that point instead.
I agree. See, like, I think
Mm.
I'd feel comfortable. I'd feel more comfortable getting an index now, but I know, I think like at least like 4 or 5 people that have bought an index, used it twice, and then never used it again.
Oh man,
and
you
like
should get those people
been
to
so
send you
excited
theirs.
for it. Ah, that's a
Easy, easy.
that's a shout. That's a shout. But like,
Yo, shit, no, I forgot. Don't worry. Go
ah, you
on.
sure? Okay.
Yeah, no, I had to, man. I just lost it.
Okay, that's fine because I forgot as well. Um, let's move on.
Nice.
Okay, so how did you first start playing VRChat? When was the first time you opened the game? Who did you first meet?
Alright, so
What was your experience
so
like?
um, I got into it through YouTube first of all. I got it. I only actually played it after I had the headset, so I never was actually a desktop player
Okay, that's right.
because like I forced myself like what's the point if I don't have it had it yet.
Fair
No
enough.
offense to anyone who doesn't have it, because I know for a while you didn't. I'm sure you found
100
a way to have
hours,
fun with
yeah.
it, but I was playing. Yeah, I was playing by myself though, so I didn't have like the social interaction that it would have gave me normally.
Mm.
So if I didn't have a headset, I still had you guys to come on with. I'm sure I'd still be playing on a desktop quite often. But I got into it because of YouTubers like let's say James Key played it quite a bit. You seen any of his videos? He does a lot of things called VRChat in a nutshell, which is I definitely recommend. But a few of them get copy. I think a few of them got copy striked for like music usage. It was around that time when the thing got taken down for that thing, like for like 2 second snips of music or like parodies or something like that. So
Mm.
I don't know if they're all still up there, but he's done like well over 15 now, so it's worth a look at for like a 20-minute video. They're all quite funny. It's just different like fun interactions he's had. And I saw those like, oh, that's fun. I'll try that if I ever get one. And then as I said, like 3 or 4 months before quarantine, I was like, hey, one of my mates who you don't know him, I asked him if he'd like to get one because we'd been hanging out a lot since we were on the same college course.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him if he wanted to get one. He's like, damn, that sounds cool as hell. Yeah, let's do that. So we played like we went on VRChat because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Had a little play around with it. Then went into more things like Pavlov. We played a lot of the COD Zombies game mode you can get in that.
Haven't played
Because
Pavlov.
oh, it's a lot of fun. I'm not good at the regular game for it because like it's just like team deathmatch or a free for all or there's some demolition and things like that. Just the usual like type of shooter game modes. And I'm just really bad at them. Like, yeah, it takes me a second to reload my gun. I'm like, ah, shit, hold on, let's do this properly. And then like anything like a single shot rifle will take me like a bolt action will take me like a year to reload because you got like the bullets individually and stuff. It's like I can't do that. You could walk up to me, take my gun off me, reload it for me, and then shoot me with it before I
Oh
figure out how to
no.
actually reload it once. So I don't play that one. But the another one of my friends actually showed me that they made that like the community has like a workshop, like a load of workshop maps for it,
Mm-hmm.
including Kino Durin Toten, Nakta. They had Die Rise from all from Call of Duty Zombies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so fun because it not only do they have like the map, but it's fully scripted. The zombies actually like the same ones. It's almost like a straight port, but it's in VR.
That sounds
So
sick.
everything works like seamlessly. You just walk up to the wall, grab a gun off it. It takes your points away, and your points like on your hand. It's super cool. And
Mm.
we played that for quite a long time. Me and those 3 people. And I left VRChat alone for ages, and only when Joel was going on it, desktop mode is when I went back into it.
Mm.
So I probably met you back on my first day of coming onto it in like proper VR. So it was you, Joel. I couldn't tell you everyone else there, but definitely you and Joel were there. I
Mm.
came there with one of my mates, Alex, who was quiet most of the time. Then she went off like halfway through the night, and I came on. You were sat in like one of the sleep rooms, but the upstairs bit with like the jacuzzi.
Mm. Oh, rest and
So
sleep. Yeah, sure. Okay.
yeah, that's the one. So you were sat in there. I was like, I went in and I BM'd the hell out of Joel. Like, Joel, what are you doing? There's so many cool maps, and you've came to rest and sleep to absolutely nothing but chill. What are you doing? You sat here chilling and hanging. This is boring as fuck. And then like I'm an absolute hypocrite because that's like all we do now. We go on and have some fun maps, but then we'll go into like a little rest and chill world and talk.
Yeah.
And I BM'd the hell out of Joel for doing that to begin with, but that was like all I do when I come on VR chat. We have like a scope will bring us to like a few cool maps. Then we'll go to like just a nice world and chill.
It's the meta
Oh
now,
man.
yeah.
So yeah, I BM'd them for that, and then lo and behold, I stayed on for like 2 hours. Then came on the next night, the night after that, the night after that, the night after that,
Mm.
and it's just something to do during quarantine. But now it just became a bit of a habit, didn't it? I was on almost every night, and then through the night into the morning, we stay up quite late for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just cool to meet new people. Like it's an entire new friend group that I wouldn't have had if I didn't stay on.
Mm.
Neat. Yeah, but other than that, I've the rest of the story. I've been on with you guys since then.
Yeah. I I really feel like so I've spoken to a few people with full body, and they've been like, it's the same if not a better experience, but um I don't think I'm ever gonna get the same like feeling that I
Mm.
had when I first, not necessarily like first put on the headset, because I tried my friend's DK1 before I bought this.
Mhm.
Um, but first coming into VR chat with the headset and actually talking to people. And then I think
Yeah, no,
since
it's way
then
different.
it's kind of gone down, but like maybe that's me.
Yeah, but it's more usual for you now. You're more used to it. But like
Mm,
you get so much more expression in it. Like if I'd be sat down on desktop looking at people like, "Hello,
like
I am, I am, hello there. Yes, I am playing on the desktop. How can you tell?" And now when you come in, you're moving your hands around. I often,
yeah.
if we sat down, I've been doing a few times, just dropping my wrists and grabbing a drink real quick.
Mm,
But like, most of the time I'm not sat there just doing that. I'm looking around. It's just a lot cooler than sat there behind the keyboard because I get too distracted when I'm doing that thing. You're fully immersed. Like I wouldn't say fully immersed, but you're not looking at anything else right now. I'm not. I'm paying
that's true.
attention when people are talking because it's like I'm in front of them.
Yeah,
Whereas if I'm on the computer, I'm on Discord. I've not got someone to look at.
it's more
I've
disconnected.
got like
Yeah.
little circles. It definitely is. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, Something I'd like to mention is that I for one had a very bad experience with full
I
body.
was about to bring this up if you missed it.
I knew you would. I knew you would. So I spent up to around £200 on Cat VR, as you know, Cat VR locomotion trackers, which are used for like traversal in VR, which they work fairly well for, if not like they were quite finicky with.
Mm.
They what they do is you put them on your feet and your waist. It can tell when you're turning a little bit. So if you're playing something such as Skyrim, Pavlov, Blade and Sorcery, anything like that, it's quite neat. You can look around. You move your feet in real time, which I'm doing now. I realize you can't actually see because I don't have them on. They're broken. And I fucking got rid of them. So you stomp your feet, you go forward as if you're marching, just on the spot, and it'll bring you forward. It's like at whatever pace you're doing it. You could
Mm.
like go real fast or bring your knees up higher, and it'll say that you're running, and it'll be like, okay, time to run. You can if you're playing something like Skyrim where there's a lot of walking, you can just like put your foot up like almost if raising it, and it'll auto walk for you. But the big thing is for more competitive games like Pavlov. I say competitive, it's not really. More like movement-based ones where you're going around and you have to be focused on who you're shooting, things like that.
Yeah.
It's got independent movement from your controller and your headset. So if you want to walk forward, you're no longer just pushing down like a button to do it. And then when you turn yourself in the game or in real life, it'll make you walk in the direction you're looking, which isn't really what you want in a game where like Pavlov, where you might be getting shot from the side. You turn around, you're now walking into the enemy
Oh
to
my
shoot them.
god, yeah.
But if you've got the trackers on, you can run forward. You can keep running this direction, move your head, and it sees that your waist hasn't moved, so you're still running this way while shooting this way. So you get a bit of an advantage there. It's quite nice. And
Mm.
I tried it for those things, and it worked pretty well. But I wanted it for the other feature that was listed, which is feet and waist tracking, which is what we've been talking about, full body.
Mm-hmm.
So I was expecting to be walking around, kicking my legs up for Blade and Sorcery, being able to like do like some roundhouses on some like little AI people.
That'd be
Thought it'd be real
sick.
fun. So good because I've seen like little compilations where you obviously in Blade and Sorcery you can slow down time, which is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But what I see a lot of people doing is holding a knife, dropping it, then going in slow motion, kicking it into someone midair, and that looked insane. And I was like, I won't be able to do that, but I'd love to try to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I went and Blade and Sorcery, and I was like, oh no, what's going on?
It's not
Because my
working.
character's legs will look like a scissor lift even.
Oh
They
no.
go, I look like a spring coil trying to like mid through a bounce. And you saw me in VR when I came on. I tried out
Yeah.
on VRChat, thinking, oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's just maybe it's just Blade and Sorcery. It's a bit odd for because obviously this is a third party thing. I didn't expect it to work perfectly, but I wanted to have a bit of functionality through it. And I came on and I looked like an actual donut. I came in and I looked like a pretzel. So I'm standing. standing full height. It thinks that I'm down here on the floor, so obviously my arms are in the air, like doing a little praise the sun thing. I'm doing like a little raise the roof, like a little wave, and my legs are like embedded in themselves, like a little like a T. So like I can't do it in here, obviously, but it's like a T shape
Mhm.
where this is my body on top, and my legs are just one object rather than like two separate instances. So I'm doing like a V shape on the floor, the most concave V in the world. And I try to walk around using like the locomotion, or like I turn the locomotion off and just use the other one separately because there's an option for like both on either or just one.
Mhm.
So every instance that I tried it on, it just makes you look so bad. I eventually got it semi-working, but what would happen is I'd raise my leg forward, my leg would go like to the side, all the way to the side. I was like,
Mm.
well, that's not right. So I move my leg to the side, it goes backwards. I'm like, that's not right at all. So they
Uh...
contact support saying, "Is there anything you can do to help me?" They run me through a few things. That all that does is change the sensitivity on it. So now when I'm going forward, my leg fucking kicks up into the air. This doesn't work, and I go through about 3 weeks of talking to the same person because obviously it's like I
Mm.
think they were in Japan is where they were based, and that means that obviously when I want to reply to them, they reply the next day or like at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night.
Mm.
And then when I send them a message, they're actually not at work anymore, so I've got to wait till they go again. And then the weekend, they're just not there at all. So it's a really slow process. And eventually, I get them to refund me, which is very thankful for that. I think I lost like 20 quid in total, which is fine. But the main thing was the time I spent trying to get it to work, and it was so annoying. Because I'd be off and on trying to get them to work. They were so sleek, so cool, and I put them on. Locomotion worked fine, very cool. Bit sensitive, but I can turn it down.
Yeah.
I go into the full body, and I'm an actual like human contortionist, and I can't put it back to normal. It was so bad. Actually, possibly the worst thing I've ever bought. So
Ever.
promising, yet so does. I can't think of anything worse. It's so bad.
Ugh.
Like that is literally just the worst thing I spent money on. I hate it. I hated it, and they've got some cool products, but that one not what you want. They shouldn't advertise that it works for a full body tracking when it's in that state of disarray. It's so bad. No, shout out to Cat Loco. You guys are great. Heavy
Thanks,
guys.
guys. You know they're releasing
Not
their
sponsored.
treadmill, I think, on
Oh,
Kickstarter.
is it a new one or? I thought
I
they
think
had a
it's
good one.
either a newer one or the one that was on the website is in a
They look
better
fun, to be
state.
fair.
Yeah.
They look cool. It's the same thing, just the locomotion, and it works fine.
Hmm.
But like, it's just a big area. It's not like you can put it anywhere, is it? Like you've got one space, and that's where it goes. It's huge.
Hmm. But this is the thing
I
that
think
I
it'd be
thought
cool
about
for.
is although it's
Mhm.
big, it might actually help if you have a small
No,
play space.
I believe that, yeah. But for myself, I currently have quite a small space. It's like maybe 2 by 2, 2.5 by 2.5 meters.
Hmm.
So not fantastic. I can move forward and backward fairly well, but then I'll start hitting a desk or a wall. So I if I had one of those here, it would fit, but then I wouldn't have that space at all for anything else. I wouldn't be able to utilize this space
It'd have
whatsoever.
to be in another room, I think.
It'd have to be in like a dedicated room for it, and at
Yeah.
that point, you probably have enough room to do it. So I think it'd be really nice for cable management because like it has like a built-in tether system,
Hmm.
so it's like a pulley that you can put the wires through each and every one, so you don't have to like have them just trailing along the floor and they won't get caught between your legs or anything like
Hmm.
that. Nothing's hanging off your back. So that looks really nice. And being able to walk without like actually having to walk's pretty cool.
Hmm.
And also the full 360-degree motion, all very cool things, but unnecessary, I think, if you don't have enough room for it.
Great. You know you
Well,
can get
another one of the things I'd.
the pulleys for like normal. See those?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if I'd like to put that in like a house I don't fully own because I'm renting the place. Well, I'm not renting. I live in a rented house,
Okay.
so it's not something I can like screw something to the ceiling in. It's just like on a whim. Just like paste it over myself, but I don't think we're doing that.
Yeah.
No, it'd definitely be useful though, because I trip over this fucker all the time.
I know it's so frustrating. So, you know Valen. So before we were about to shoot my episode with Valen, and
the
this
premiere episode.
yeah, this was maybe 5 minutes before the shoot. He said he sends me a picture of his cable after he ran over it with a wheel of his chair and his
Oh
headset stopped
no.
working. like literally
That's
5
the
minutes
thing, though,
before,
like,
and he was like, "Dude, it's
one.
cut through the cable." I was like, "Oh my god!" But he got it working again.
That's awful.
But
That's actually
there was
awful.
a
Like,
moment of panic.
if you don't have if you don't have like if you don't have like the Quest where like there's an optional cable. If you've only got the main cable and that shit happens, you just have to get a new headset. There's no repairing that. It's so sad.
Yeah.
If you did that once, you'd just be screwed. That's like a good 200 free up to £500 just wasted. I don't know about the index, but like that would be a terrible one to have just got and then accidentally break.
I hear
I'd be devastated.
Valve is working on a wireless solution for the index.
That'd be cool.
That would be insane.
One big thing for them is like I think if anything, like it kind of limits your usage, which isn't a bad thing, I don't think, because I often play way too long and then I get on like, oh, it is the next day and my eyes are actually
The sun
like
is out.
sizzled.
Oh.
Look, my eyes look like raisins. But yeah, no, I think having a battery life to it would actually help quite a bit. Like obviously, like if it had like an optional like an optional cable to put in there if you want to have like a long-term thing, then fine. But like I'm not too like opposed to not being able to play for more than like 3-4 hours. That's not a bad thing, I don't think. Definitely helps you out a bit.
Have you slept in VR before?
No, I can't do that. I can't sleep normally, dude. I don't get to bed very easily, so VR would just make it insane for me.
Give it a go. Give it a try when you're either really drunk or really tired, and tell me how it goes.
Okay, really drunk, I could do it. I could do it really drunk, but that's
really
more the
hard
alcohol than
sober.
the VR at the point. I bet, yeah. So have you managed that? Yeah, I remember Mag's definitely done it before, but I remember Mag's done it like on purpose before now.
I've managed it a few times.
I just can't.
Done it. Have I done it sober? I don't think I have. I mean, I'm thinking about quitting alcohol for like a while.
All right, yeah.
Just like a personal thing.
That's fine, yeah.
I'm thinking about making a video about it actually.
Well.
So
nice.
I'm not going to talk about it here.
Like ooh, okay, I won't pry then.
Yeah. No guarantees, by the way. But I am thinking about making one. Yeah. Whatever. I'll talk about it another time. But it's more comfortable than you would think. My favorite place so far. So have you been to Me Room before? Probably. I must have mentioned this on an episode before.
I've seen it before. I think I don't know if I can. It looked nice.
It's got a sauna in it. Have you been there?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but oh,
you back? You
sorry,
froze.
I like that there.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
No, I think I've been in like maybe once. Oh, did I? Sorry, yeah. I don't know if that would come through or not. No, I've seen it. I don't think I've been there. I've seen you guys in it before, but I was must be doing something else. Probably watching Hunter Goal.
Yeah,
So
your anime
like
watching nights. Yeah. Have you finished it yet?
We've actually finished it. Yeah.
Wow.
We've caught up.
What's next?
Joel started watching with someone else now. I don't know. I think Joel just wanted to watch that.
Wow.
I'll watch other things, but
Yeah.
But so far we've not had a series long enough. Me and Tortina have been watching Haiku, Haiku, whether how you pronounce it, the volleyball one.
I've seen the first season. Yeah.
That's a lot of good. That's a lot of good. We've started the second one now. It's what do you call it? The world we normally go to is just updated to have it in, so we've been watching it in there now.
Oh, sick, nice.
It's really nice. There's a good basketball one apparently as well. That's someone recommended to me. I don't remember who, but that looks good. Might check that out next.
I can picture a few basketball ones, but I can't.
There's one fairly new one that I can't.
I can't think of the name. Oh shit.
Yeah. Whoa. Hello. Yeah, no, okay. I like those types of worlds. Any movie night ones or like stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. But that movie night one that we've been to a few times, like not the rooftop one, but the one with like the little ping pong and the ping pong table pong game and also beer pong's the word I'm looking for. They're not table pong. It's got beer pong and it's got Never Have I Ever there. There's they got like 3 new game modes there. It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, do you mean drinking night?
No.
No.
I've got it saved in my favorites. I'll grab a few while we're talking.
Alright, sure.
It's I'm sure you've been there before. We watched Split, not Split. We watched It
Oh,
there, and
Click.
also
We watched Click
Click.
in there.
We
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
Click. That's true. Yeah. It's called
I can't remember the name, but I know the one you mean now.
Jen. Yeah, it's Jen's Chill World.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's got a basketball game now,
Hmm?
like a little
Hmm.
slam dunk type arcade basketball game.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I was in there trying to look for some new films. It was good.
Hey, nice. All right. So, um, we are reaching the end, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you have any
So
closing remarks, or shall we talk about that Neuralink I was talking about?
yeah, let's hit it. So you want to
Oh
explain that?
man. So have you heard nothing about this so far? I just I
I've
just
heard the
found out like
name.
2 days ago what's going on. You've heard Neuralink. Okay,
Yeah.
so Elon Musk started out this new thing called Neuralink, and it's very cyberpunk-esque. It's getting a bit weird that it's something that he's trying to start out in the actual world. It sounds like a sci-fi novel come to life.
Okay.
So what Elon wants you to do is once people to come in to one of his facilities, or maybe just have them integrate into a hospital, a big machine which has like do you know all those surgery robots that have like very precise movements and like little robot arms going around?
Yeah, sure.
It's one to two of those, I think, built into a big box with a big like kind of helmet on it. You stick your head in the helmet, and it performs surgery on you.
Oh,
Like obviously
okay.
you're under anesthetic, but what it
Yeah.
installs is what it's doing is installing like a little kind of brain like monitoring system, but also he's looking to I think at the moment all the only applications they have for it is monitoring your brain functions. So anything like when you sense something when you're going to sleep, and it can have your like your breathing patterns,
Like a microchip?
loads of different it's yeah it is. So he's got it's loads of things like just actual body movements. It's basically anything to do with your nervous system can be monitored and tracked. But what he's looking into is, rather than just being able to track things and like observe things, actually being able to alter things yourself. So
Ooh.
helping with memory loss, you can like help recall things. It could help you with sleeping, like if you have insomnia or sleep apnea or anything like that. It could help you go to sleep a bit better. Not apnea, that's the wrong word, but sleep deprivation.
Okay.
It can help you go to sleep by releasing the necessary hormones, but it can also be used for like treating depression, like the same way that antidepressant works. It could like just release dopamine and serotonin in your head whenever your body feels you need it, or like if you like maybe you go to a facility to get a particular thing done, it'll start releasing them like almost the same way you'd have like pills. So you wouldn't need to remember to take them because it would do it automatically for you whenever you're
Mm.
feeling in a certain mood. So he's looking into having it do that, but at the moment all it is like monitoring. But the freakiest thing for me is, first of all, the way they do it. So you're sat there under anesthetic, obviously, because they are going to drill into your head. They like kind of do a little drill into the side,
Mhm.
take out like a little circular piece of your skull, and then like kind of put like these like the precise robots inject wires through your brain, like actually into your brain, which
Oh, I
is
do
that's
not
where
like
I'm
that
like
thought. Yeah.
that's where I don't like that, no. But putting it into your brain, like all through these necessary places, so it reaches the right part of your brain to release like small little signals or collect data, and they all go through like necessary pathways, so it doesn't hurt anything, but it gets to where it needs to be, so it could do certain things for you. And then they just like they put like the very end bit in, which is like a little chip, like a kind of like it's like do you know watch batteries, like the little circular ones?
Mhm.
It's about that size and that width. So you put it in, and it basically replaces the part the school took out, because it's harder because it's made out of metal and things, but it's also like just about the right size and width. And then they just kind of close you back up, like stitch that bit your head back up, and it can wirelessly charge. Like it's like you go to bed, you put it like near your head, and you just charge it like that.
What the fuck?
Very strange.
Dude, what if you knock it in?
So
What if someone like punches your head
no,
and the
no,
disc falls in your
don't
brain?
say that. Oh, don't say that. I didn't think about that.
That's what I'd be
No, but
worried
it
about. Oh
it
my
looks
god.
crazy. They've tested it so far on pigs only, because like they've got similar brain functions and like not emotional or anything like that, but like just like how our nervous system works.
Okay.
So in pigs, they had 3 test subjects. One was a control class, so it doesn't actually have anything in it. No, it's just a regular pig. They had the pig which has had it in for 3 months, then had it taken out, and then they had a pig who's had it in for 3 months and just got it still in.
Okay.
So the first pig, just doing pig things. It's a pig,
Cool.
just nice and it's chilling. They give it some food, they let it sniff around, and they pet it. And they go to the next one, which is a pig who's had it in for 3 months, but then had it taken out to show that they can reverse the effects, or that they can upgrade the hardware, so you can take it out and get a new one, or just take it out and never having a new one back in. And it's acting exactly the same as the first pig, the control class. So it's just a regular pig. So it seems like it can be reversed very easily. Very nice.
Yeah.
Then this third pig still has it in, and has had it in for the same amount of time the last pig has. So it's showing no differences to the other 3 pigs, but they can track this one. So it has like locational data they can use. They can have its different body movements. So when it moves, they can see that. They can see how much it breathes and how much the lungs contract. They can see how much like when it's sniffing around, they can sense see that it's sensing for its nose. You can see its heart rate and like the different contractions in its muscles when it's walking. So it's essentially right now like a Fitbit in your head. So at the moment, not too much practical use for it, but all the things
Yeah.
we've been saying sounds like have you seen one of the early on Black Mirror episodes where you can recall your brain like your memories and rewatch them?
No. I
Have you
don't
seen any
think
Black Mirror? Actually, is a good start. Have you seen any Black Mirror episodes?
Nope.
Yeah, I should have asked that.
But
First.
I'm familiar with the
Oh,
concept.
well.
Yeah.
It just opens up some like cool things, but also very bad things. If
Yeah.
you could recall every moment of your life, or delete every moment, any moment of your life, be like, oh, this awkward situation that never happened. Don't worry about it. And you just forget about that. Then you don't learn from your experiences.
True.
And then if you can recall anything, you might have something that like it's basically having the receipts for any conversation ever. And
The
that can bring up
logs.
some
Oh no.
exactly. That'd be interesting for like nights out where you don't remember what you've done though, but just rewatching
Watching
what's
it back.
happened.
Yeah.
Something that me and my friend were talking about earlier, like just prior to the podcast actually, because I told him about it.
Hmm.
It'd be strange like for like marketing, because if someone could like you already pay like decent amount of money to like Facebook or like any other social media platform to find out what you've been looking at on the internet. Imagine how much they pay for your brain function if they could see and hear what you're thinking about, which I feel like that's something that they could track once it gets advanced enough. Like at the moment, again, it's like basic functions, but if it gets sophisticated enough to do that, to the point like where you can reload your own memories, they could be like scanning subliminal messages, or like putting like advertisements in your dreams. Like that's a Futurama episode I've seen. You could put that in your head, which that's a massive far off into the future thing, but it raises the concerns for
Oh
that. I think
my god. The thing is, I think it will happen as well. If it goes
that's
that
definitely something
way,
you could do.
advertisements will
I think
end
he was.
up in there. Did you remember getting ad?
He,
You
he,
have to download ad block for your brain.
oh my god! If you had to pay like a subscription to make sure that you could just have a clear
Jesus
head, that'd be
Christ.
crazy. I'd hate that. But I think something it's going to struggle with is getting willing subjects for it. There's going to be some people who be like, hell yeah, I want that. But there's loads of skeptics. Like you got to be skeptical when you're putting something in your brain. If it was like a bionic arm, fair enough.
I'd love
You've
to
got
have
no
one.
arm. You want a new one?
I still stand by it. I think it's like
I
a
think something like
cyber
that would be
arm
cool
is
as hell. Yeah.
so cool.
If they had like haptic ones that you could actually feel the same way, there'd be nothing stop me except for money from going out and just replacing my limbs with bionic ones. I wouldn't care. Get new ones. Get like little attachments for it.
Yeah,
Have
dude,
little
you
cup
got
holders in there.
built-in shit. I would 100% do it, but anything in my
I'd
brain
love that.
or like
No,
inside
that's where it gets a
is
bit scary. Yeah.
yeah.
I think anything that goes into your nervous system is a bit of a red flag, but you need it for certain things like your
You'd need
your
it for an
arms and
arm,
everything
yeah.
like that. They have like things like you can attach it. I think at the wrist is where like it stops. I don't remember. It's either the wrist or like maybe up the forearm, but your nerves don't work up to a certain point for the entire entire arm. So if you want like to be able to control it freely with like your how you would normally do it, like the connected nerves,
Yeah.
you can do that with like your wrists and a little bit upwards, I think. I don't know
Okay.
if I might be completely misinformed on that, so fact check me if you like. But I think if you had your entire arm off, you need like it hardwired in there for it to work properly. So that's where you need like brain function happening. But anything
Mm,
that like requires that, I think that's where I start getting a bit iffy on like, ugh.
yeah.
I just want some I want some Heelys like built into my feet, dude. I want some like roller skates just built in. Get those
That'd be
shits out at
sick.
all times.
Yeah.
Little rocket boots. Hell yeah. Man, I'm excited for Cyberpunk in the
Oh
game, not real
man.
life. I don't want. I'm not sure I actually want that right now, but I've seen some cool things for it
I'm excited for both.
for real life as
Like I
well.
say, as long as my
That's
brain is left alone. Like, can you imagine that?
that's fair.
Let's
Yeah.
say I'm in like an accident or something. I lose an arm, and I get like this robot arm. Like
Yeah,
I
like
remember
cool
the
robot arm. I was
first
like,
time I
dude,
saw it.
take the yellow one as well.
Yeah, the first time I saw it was I think it was just it might have been the prequels, right? Where Anakin loses his arm and he gets the
Oh,
robot
for
arm.
sure.
I'm like, dude, that is
They never
so
addressed that.
cool.
They never addressed that. But Darth Vader's got fucking crazy strength. He's like 7 to 8 foot because he's got stilt legs. He's got like I think both his arms are actually robotic, so he can like crush anyone just by doing that. It's crazy. They never addressed that, but he can jump like about 20 feet or something like that, and then he can force jump as well, so it goes even further.
I can fly up a
That's
skyscraper with
crazy.
one jump. Like,
He'd just be running up. He'd just be running up them. He probably has like magnetic legs.
oh
No,
my
I wouldn't stop at that
god.
point. If I'm missing all my limbs, I'm getting the works done for with this
Yeah,
prosthetics.
keep it going. Have you
No,
have you seen One Punch Man?
I have, yeah. So
You know Genos?
I forget his name. Genos, that's the
Yeah, the
one.
cyborg
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Do we get much of his backstory, or does he just want? Oh no, he's not a full-on robot. He's like kind of a bit of both, isn't he?
He's like
But
80/20.
yeah, like that's the thing. That I wonder if he was in an accident or if like the like he was in like a small burn or something like that, and then he just kept going and going and going, getting more and more done. He definitely does that in some
Uh,
of the episodes. You see him try to improve himself.
yeah, every
But you
time he
lose more
breaks, he
than
gets
man at
like
that
new
point.
parts and shit. Yeah.
That's another thing that would worry me. Is like, at what point do you stop being yourself? You
Mm.
start taking bits away and replacing them.
You see this kind of issue with people that get like plastic surgery and stuff. Like once they
Oh
start,
yeah, for real.
they're never
The
satisfied and they keep
dissociation you
going.
get.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's like body dysmorphia as well, isn't it? You want to look like how you think you should look, but then once you've had these permanent changes, I don't know if like it's
Are
something
you really
people.
you anymore?
I don't know if that's the change they wanted anymore, and they can't really tell if that's what
Mm.
they should look like. Like, 'cause you see a lot like there's like obviously like normal cases, but then you have the people who like, oh yeah, I got some surgery to look like a cat, and it's like, okay, well, that's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you have people do these little changes. At what point do like you have so many little changes that these changes aren't so little anymore?
Hmm.
I don't
Nah.
know. It's just not something I'd consider. I don't think unless like I'd had like an accident, that like left my face a bit disfigured. I think I would if it was like to just to look like it, have a bit of normalcy, then I'd go for it. But I don't think I'd want anything I'd like to change normally about my face.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with
It's
you.
too,
Yeah.
it's too much of a big commitment, I think, and
Mm.
not something I'd know what to change either. Like, because you can't really envision it until it's finished, and then once it's finished,
It's too
what are you
late.
gonna do?
I was
Spend
just
another 1,000 or like 500 quid to get something else done? No.
yeah. It's weird. I don't get it. All right.
No, but that is a worry I was having with that's the only thing about the Neuralink. Sounds very cool if they can do it well, but putting anything in your brain, you got to be skeptical about that just for your own good, really.
Mm. For me, it's anything like in my body. I think brain's
That's
the
fair.
most, but like anything
Brain's
that's like
definitely.
internal, it's.
There's certain things like you can get like a pacemaker, like if you had a prosthetic arm. I wouldn't be scared of anything like that, but like putting anything in your brain, you've got to be paranoid about that.
I don't even want to get
That's
on to people like hacking your brain.
No, that's the thing. That if they
Like,
had like actual online functionality, they could.
yeah,
The cybersecurity for that thing's got
Can
to
you
be
imagine getting a
absolutely
virus
top
in your
notch.
brain?
No, You actually short circuit, dude. Like a robot, you just go. "Ooh." I'd
It's
hate that.
crazy.
That's the thing. They've got to put it through a massive degree of testing before they like commercialize that. That's crazy.
But that's the way we're headed. That is the way we're headed. I'm
That is.
convinced.
That's the thing. I'm hoping it's a bit of a more near-off future. I like the idea of it, but I'm not sure I want to be a part of it at the same time for the reasons we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
if it is 2077, then I don't think we'll have to worry about it. Like we might even be dead by then. Who knows? You know.
And see, second wave of Corona's coming, dude. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Dude, too many things.
Let's go to some closing questions. I think.
Of course.
Okay. So this is a staple one that I've asked pretty much every time. So I'm gonna keep asking it because
Go for it.
yeah. If you think of anything, feel free to share
Oh
it
yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
Okay, so what is your biggest fear?
Well, a hard-hitting one straight off the bat. Um, I'd like to go for like the usual, just say like death's scary as fuck, but I don't think it's so much death, not so much not being remembered. I think someone might have said that. I don't remember.
It came
I've
up.
definitely heard that somewhere at least.
Hmm.
That did come up. Yeah, I thought so because I totally agree with that. But it's not something that's too scary for me because it's gonna happen at some point. There's gonna be one point where like you kind of don't exist in anyone's minds anymore. And that it sucks, but it's not scary. I don't think. But I think more like what happens after death, like because I'm not an atheist, but I'm not like religious either. Like I don't know if there's a word for that. I'm just open to it. Like I don't care about other people's beliefs, but I don't really have any myself. So I'm I'm not saying there's no afterlife, but I'm saying that there could be one. We could just end up rotting in the ground. There could just be nothing afterwards. But
Hmm.
I think it's a bit scary that once you're done, you're done. You got
Yeah.
nothing left after. If it was a heaven or like any heaven hell or any other equal concept for that, then great. There's an afterlife, there's something to do afterwards. But if there's not, it's kind of weird that you just kind of there's nothing left. You're just done,
Flatline. Yeah.
and that is scary to me. Like I don't know, it's just not I. It's hard to talk about. I'm trying to get my head around it. So just at one point you just stop. I don't like that. Like death's not so much a scary concept, so much as like the part afterwards. What you're gonna. There's not what you're gonna do, but will there be anything to do, or are you just
Hmm.
gone? Is it just? There wouldn't even just be just blackness. There'd just be you just stop, and I don't understand what that would be like. Because you don't see anything after that. Like it's not like being blind or deaf and blind. Even there's no senses, no touch, smell, hearing. You wouldn't even be able to like tell that you're alive because you'd be dead. There'd just be no. Dude, it's a hard one, but no, definitely the fact that there could just be nothing after death, and I don't like that.
Hmm.
That's the one for me.
I kind of agree with what most of what you said there. I think.
Yeah, no, I got tongue tied in there. Like it's a hard one to get my head around.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, it's
Just
a tough
complete
answer
nothingness.
because
Or
nobody knows the
if
answer,
it's something there,
and
exactly. You
nobody
can't
will
just
ever
ask
know.
someone. If there was like something afterwards, then great. But if there's absolutely nothing, it's just hard to like conceptualize that. What's
Hmm.
that like? Just it's not like anything, I guess. But when you think of nothing, you think like either complete whiteness, complete blackness, no sound, no feelings. But what if it's not like that? What if there isn't anything? When you can't say that there's nothing or there's no senses, I can't imagine what that's like.
Hmm.
And
When a sense is
in a way,
unimaginable
it is
because you can't
yeah.
ever
Well, in a
experience
way,
it.
it's very much the fear of the unknown in the same
Hmm.
way, but not in like ways you might normally think about it. But just absolutely no idea. No one has any clue what happens afterwards. I'd love
Hmm.
for there to be afterlife, but there's no proof or anything like that. There's no one you can ask about it. Yeah, it's just mad. It's just kind of bad. Crazy to me. Don't like the idea of it. Just kind of stopping. Huh.
Yeah, we got a little deep there, but no, I
I know
actually think
we got a
most of what you
bit
said.
we got
Yeah.
a bit scary at the
Okay.
end
Is
there.
is there anything you wanted to ask me? No pressure if not.
I didn't have anything sorted out, man, but I can probably think of something. The other day, you were not even the other day. It might have been this morning. I don't remember. I've got a bit confused with the old work schedule and Corona stuff on. Yeah,
I'm the same.
kind of blends into one.
Yeah.
You were talking about doing some other things in your channel if you didn't have a podcast out every week or maybe just alongside them. Was there anything you were thinking in particular? Because I thought Twitch highlights was a good idea. I think someone mentioned that it might be. I'm not sure who it was, but that's always a good one. You've got your Twitch highlights. A lot of people already clip them for you, so you can go through your own ones, or maybe just like get an admin on, or ask the chat to clip anything particular. Get those together, and you got an easy compilation. No editing needed. Is there anything else that you'd be thinking of doing for that? Any single player games or something like that, or maybe like
Um,
party games?
so Twitch highlights is something I've thought about before.
Mhm.
I would have to go back and clip stuff, but obviously I think it's easier if I do it straight after the stream because I think in my head,
For sure, yeah.
okay, these things happened. See, because
You got like key
when somebody
events.
when somebody was editing for me and they weren't at the stream, they have to
Mhm.
watch the whole stream. Whereas considering I've just done it, obviously there's some
You
stuff that
experienced it, yeah.
there's some stuff that I might find that's not funny and the chat might find that's funny,
Mhm.
but it would be easy for me to go back through and clip stuff and mix it together. I want to learn how to use After Effects as well.
Oh, for sure. What type of
Um,
things would you do with that? I've not delved into it much, but I know it's like
I've
just
got no
visual
idea.
effects, effectively.
But I'd like to
That's
get better at editing, basically, and I think After
for sure.
Effects is
It's
the
like
way
it's
to
part of
do
the
that.
experience. Like I think testing with it's a lot of like seeing what you're comfortable with, and then seeing
Yeah.
what you can do once you've got past like the learning stages of it. It's
Hmm.
definitely a cool thing, but I think it might be. I don't think I know it's time consuming because my friend edits a lot of clips and it takes him a while. He doesn't bother with too much of the visual effects on it because
It's
just how
so
long it
time
takes. So he just
consuming.
like
Yeah.
he'll do like different transitions and then like audio effects. But like if you want anything to appear on screen, like like any visuals, like you want like an overlay or like annotations and stuff like that. A lot of it can be quite hard apparently.
Hmm. Um. And outside of Twitch clips, I'd like to do a few more VR things.
Mm.
Um. And maybe some self development stuff. We'll see. I don't know. I don't. There's a lot of stuff that I
Bit
want to
of
put
behind the
out.
scenes.
That well, I've had a lot of ideas for stuff that I wanted to put out. But the issue there's two issues. Is a the ideas that I have are like, oh, this is a really cool idea, and then I sit down to start it, and then realize it's such a big task that I feel
Mm.
completely overwhelmed and then never do it. Or I'm kind of too self-conscious to put that kind of content out yet.
Right. Oh, you just need to
Um,
see what you're comfortable with. But I think if
yeah.
something seems like a bit of a too big a task, I feel like kind of compartmentalizing it might be something decent. Like dividing it up into small things and then working towards like a larger goal rather than like saying, "Oh, I need to do this," and then not knowing where to start. I think a lot of the
Hmm.
planning kind of makes you feel a bit calmer. At least it does for me.
No,
Not the same thing, mind you. I'm talking about like if I was doing like an assignment or something like
it's the
that, like a
same. It's
security case.
fundamentally the
But
same.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, the stages for it, I imagine are quite like exchangeable.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. I'll give that a go. But yeah, so there is stuff coming. But I'm not sure. I have a few ideas, but we'll see.
Cool, cool, man.
We'll see. Yeah. Um. Okay. Um. I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. Um.
Absolutely, man.
Feel free to say some final words, and then I'll do my little. You know.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I got this, man. Right. Thanks for having me on, audience. You've been great. Hey, you're a bit. That guy there, no. But
Hmm.
everyone else, we've got a live studio audience behind the camera. You can't
Yeah.
see, but they've been behind the window. There's some applause going on. That guy's crying. We did very well, apparently. Yeah. I'm happy with it. It's been nice. Thanks, man.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you, dude. All right.